Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Horse-like takes. And let's get right to the news.
I'm going to do things a little differently today. I kind of want to go over everything that we know that is coming out Star Wars related for 2024, including the books, the video games, all of it, except the comics, because, well, comics are a mess right now, I think.
They're just kind of weird. They've kind of lost the plot in more ways than one. They're just kind of all over the place and do the strangest things where you're like, I couldn't ever see this like being in a movie. I don't see this like how it would, you know what I'm saying? And I understand comics are a different medium, but they just feel so strange that you can't actually kind of see them fitting into everything else, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
I think it does.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
All right, so what we've got coming for our live action projects, to start that out, we've got The Acolyte. I've been looking forward to The Acolyte. I think it's going to be really interesting. We did get some news, and possibly a rumor, some sort of rumor, that both Amanda Stenberg and Manny Jacinto will be playing two characters. We kind of already heard that Stenberg was going to be playing a pair of twins, or just
they're both playing
twin.
two characters, so there's two sets of twins, is what you're saying?
Maybe.
Or he's just playing multiple.
It's hard to say. We know Stenberg is supposed to be playing twins. One following kind of the Way of the Sith type role, the other possibly being taken by the Jedi. Then now we've heard that Manny Jacinto will be playing two versions of a character as well. The scooper says both versions of his character, that he's going to have like one good and one bad personality type thing. When you say two versions of a character, I'm like, okay, is this similar to where you could say, well, he played both Sheev Palpatine and Darth Sidious?
Is it like an alter ego kind of thing? Or
So take that one with a grain of salt. It could be a double character type thing.
Anakin Skywalker was destroyed by Darth Vader.
Yes, Count Dooku was also Darth Tyrannus.
Yes.
So I'm taking that with a grain of salt. I don't want to place a lot of stock in that, saying there's two sets of twins, and it could be something simple as an alter ego type name.
Yeah. Well, with the Sith, there are no absolutes.
I mean, Luthen Rail is also Axis.
Yeah. I mean, but then you're not playing two characters.
But when scoopers get something, all they could see is possibly a listing saying one person's name, two parts, or something. We don't know what they actually get. We also have Skeleton Crew coming for our other live-action show. I feel like this should be the one that comes out first because originally it was slated to, but all the rumors are pointing to it coming end of the year. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like, well, maybe it just needs more time for publicity. I think The Acolyte seems to have more hype than I'm hearing around the world for Skeleton Crew, but we'll see.
Over on my channel, I'm going to do a video kind of going over the shows later today, and let me tell you, Skeleton Crew is it's a poll. If you haven't seen it, you can go, vote on that, even though the video is pretty much done. But there's a poll, and it's only like 2% of people are looking forward to Skeleton Crew the most. So, yeah.
All right, moving into the animated sector, Young Jedi Adventures will be back. It hasn't finished its first season yet.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the show is aimed at, like, preschoolers. It's released 19 of the 25 episodes for the first season. They haven't actually said when the last 6 are going to be available on Disney+, but they're coming this year.
So strange. Just stretch it out as much as you can.
Preschoolers are okay. They will watch the same 19 episodes on repeat over and over again.
I remember,
when you're kids, that's what you do.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid watching, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Voltron, Thundercats.
Didn't matter if it was
watched the same episode, I don't even know how many times, because they only had, X number of episodes. The show's on, like, every day, so.
Yeah, it's the adults who will get annoyed before the youngins.
I didn't care. I just watched them all. Whatever one was on, I was watching it. Didn't matter.
We also have the conclusion of Bad Batch with its third and final season. I'm curious what animated project will take its place after Bad Batch is finished.
Because you got to imagine that we're going to get the next show. Maybe.
I mean, Clone Wars ended, Rebels took over, then the Resistance.
What show?
I don't know. And then the Bad Batch came in. So I'm assuming they're going to come out with a next animated project. I mean, that's an assumption, but it could be. Maybe a High Republic era one.
Oh my goodness. I don't think that would be well received, honestly.
It's hard to say exactly, but if they do it well, it would be.
I think Clone Wars fans and Bad Batch fans, people who have enjoyed these shows, kind of want a continuation of it, because there have been threads that connect all these, certain characters keep showing up. Then again, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe people are tired of the same kind of characters and want to see something different. Who knows?
Different, brand new, branched off. I mean, we've talked about expanding the universe, and that could do it.
Yeah.
It's just, again, this is just a guess. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I would guess something that would tie into the Mandalorian, something that would be post, Return of the Jedi. You're going to see like Adult Omega, some other threads carrying in there that could tie to the Mandalorian. That would just be my pure guess. I could be dead wrong.
And lastly, for animation, we have Tales of the Jedi Season 2. We're assuming it's going to be another 6 shorts, maybe covering more than 2 characters this time. Who knows?
Who knows what it's going to be? Maybe it's going to be more or longer episodes or less.
I would appreciate that.
No. Yeah.
Though I'm still waiting for Tales of the Sith. I think that could be great.
I love the idea.
Moving into video games, we have Star Wars Outlaws that will be coming out sometime in 2024. It was originally going to be early. Now it's just sometime. It looks like it might be really interesting. It's more of that open world concept. I'm there. Don't forget, we also have Dark Forces, the remaster. It's going to be coming out for PlayStation 4, 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox S and X on February 28th.
Cool.
So if you're a fan of the original, remaster is almost upon us.
Or if you've never played it.
That's true, too. And don't forget, this could be the year we get Star Wars Hunters.
I don't believe it.
What?
That game's never coming.
No, it has to. I read the book. It has to come sometime.
I still haven't read that book.
You actually really should.
I know, you keep hyping it.
I hype that book. I hype it to oblivion and beyond. Moving on to the Star Wars books that we know are coming, 2024. We've got the continuation of High Republic Phase 3. Probably the end of High Republic Phase 3 will be this year.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. And then who knows what happens to High Republic after. Well, the Acolyte is attached to it as well, of course. That's the waning days of the High Republic, as they say.
We also have the book called The Living Force. It is supposed to be coming out April 9th. The story is set 1 year before The Phantom Menace. It's described as a road trip with each member of the Jedi Council because one member of the Order fears they are declining into nothing.
Wow, it's almost as if they know the prequels are coming.
The prequels are coming. The prequels are coming. Yes.
It gets irritating when it's like they do this all the time, this kind of thing where it's like, okay, we have the prequels, and they kind of just, you assume when you watch the prequels it all kind of catches them off guard, right? But then they're like, no, this new book some of the Jedi knew things were, and perhaps some did, don't get me wrong, but it's always like we have to recontextualize everything by going backwards like a year or 5 years, and somebody knew something, and it's just like, geez, just let the stories
evolve naturally.
Yeah, well, let them evolve that naturally, certainly, but at the same time, just kind of leave them alone sometimes. You don't need to like kind of put all this context around them that just complicates things more often than not. I don't know.
We also have The Glass Abyss, which I always want to call The Glass Onion. Thanks, Rian Johnson.
No, don't thank him.
No, I don't thank you. It is another tie-in novel because of the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace. The book will follow Mace Windu as he embarks on a mission to fulfill Qui-Gon's final request.
What was I just talking about like 30 seconds ago?
It's
so goofy.
Thing. Yes, because Qui-Gon wanted Mace to go on a secret mission.
Where he might find love, right? Isn't that the...
I think they said something about romance, and I was going, maybe don't. So that's what we know is on the way for Star Wars. And of course, there'll be more book announcements. Because, I mean, The Glass Abyss only gets us through August. There'll be at least one more in the fall.
There's a lot of High Republic books coming, too.
Yeah. Yep. So, and like I said, we're not talking about comics because they're kind of jumbly.
Yeah, comics just have a... I mean, that's the problem. All this extended stuff it's so irrelevant. It's so, like, the comics, like I was saying before, just kind of this frivolous kind of... They've gone so far off the deep end a lot of the time that you just... Again, you can't imagine that, like, how these characters would actually be doing that, and then you see them in the movie, you're like, well, they've done all these wacky, crazy adventures and been captured by the Empire a dozen times, and it just doesn't seem to gel.
Right, because comic books can be a little more like that.
Yeah, I understand that.
Story.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I understand comic books. Again, they're a different medium. They're more fun. They're more fast-paced adventures. I certainly get that, but sometimes they just go so far you just don't care anymore about them. And then the books love to just attach themselves to something else. Be like, you never knew Mace Windu had a secret affair a half year before the prequel started, and that him and Qui-Gon had a secret plan to save the galaxy. It's like, what?
Yeah.
That also doesn't seem to gel with the movies. So I actually appreciate what the High Republic tried to do and has done, essentially. It's its own thing. So you don't really have to try to like play around these other important events, even though, yes, the prequels are coming, all that stuff is still coming. But at least it's something different with new characters, and you don't have that feeling of like, oh, yeah, the secret life of Qui-Gon Jinn or the secret life of Mace Windu. Anyway, I'm done rambling.
All right, and here's something I've kind of promised that we would throw in at the end of a video for fun. These are other things that are coming out, other movies, TV type things that are coming out that we know the dates of, specifically, that we are looking forward to in 2024.
Well, I don't. We're both looking forward to some of these, but they're on the list.
Starting on January 9th, Echo. I'm very curious as Marvel Disney foray into the MA. Is this going to be akin to the Netflix? Is it not?
Is it like a watered-down Netflix, or is it actually on par with what Netflix did with the kind of street-level heroes?
Yeah. If Kingpin slams another person's head in a car door, we'll know.
Yeah, that's we need to see a head slammed in a car door. That'll tell us.
February 2nd, we have Agent Argyle, which seems to have come out of nowhere, and it's getting a lot of talk. It looks interesting, a colorful spy thriller, a lot of star power in that.
Yeah.
I think we saw, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Henry
Cavill.
Yeah. I think John Cena's in there, too.
Yeah. And I've enjoyed him as an actor. He's
I like him as
humorous in the right way.
Yeah.
He's great. So I'm kind of interested in seeing this one.
Yeah.
Also, February 14th, we get Madam Web. I like to watch a Valentine's Day movie, Madam Web.
Guess where we're going for Valentine's Day.
So you can tie your heart together with the strings of fate.
Wow, that's
the
a good
web
tagline.
of fate? Web of fate.
Yeah.
Web of love? I don't know.
Whatever.
But it's coming out from Sony, and I always like a good car wreck. Give me Morbius or give me death. February 22nd is Netflix release of Avatar The Last Airbender. I'm not sure how they're doing it yet, if they're doing one episode per week, if they're going to do a dump.
They do the blocks, right? Like
yeah,
two blocks
the block dump type thing, and then here's the end will be here. We don't know exactly when it is, but excited nonetheless.
Yeah, that's one of those they have to get right, otherwise I think there's going to be riots in the street.
Yeah. March 1st, we have the release of Dune Part 2, the epic we didn't know we wanted. I don't know. We knew it existed,
but didn't know we needed it done so well in movie form.
Cinematically, it's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, the first
it's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to reread the book again before Part 2 comes out. Because there are some parts it strays a little bit from, but it's still a wonderful telling of the story, and if it gets people interested in the book, I'm all for it. March 29th, I'm not sure. I don't know if we'll see this one, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
We're definitely seeing that one.
You think so?
Well, I know so. No.
I don't know how
I don't really,
I am.
honestly, like, I
got
don't
kind of
really.
turned off by Ghostbusters, the first remake or continuation.
No, it's a sequel,
continuation of Ghostbusters. I really hate when you decide you're going to label something a family movie just because you're going to put kids in the action.
Well, I think a lot of people think the first Ghostbusters was a kids' movie, and there's some questionable things in there
that you're hoping kids don't understand.
Well, yeah, well, they probably. I mean, I didn't understand
I watched
them
it as a kid, and I didn't get it. Yeah,
it's weird. You just overlook them entirely. You don't even try to comprehend what they mean.
I have so many problems with giving kids like something that has the power of a nuclear bomb, and that's fine.
Don't cross the streams.
Fine.
It's
a bit much.
This one is definitely more of a kids' movie, though.
You think this
the new one was definitely more of a kids' movie than the old ones are.
Okay.
Yes, they don't have that background humor, I guess you could call it.
But Looney Tunes had plenty of that background humor, and as a kid,
and most kids, like I said, most kids overlook it entirely and have no idea it's even there. And then you're older, and you watch it again, you go, I don't remember that when I was a kid. I don't remember Ray, with a ghost.
We're not. All right, moving on to April 12th, we're getting Godzilla X Kong: New Empire. I worry that they're taking the Godzilla franchise in a direction I don't like.
You're going down a path I can't follow.
Well, I've read some rumors out there that this movie will, just like the last one, be mostly led by Kong as the storyteller.
What's wrong with that?
With Godzilla just showing up and doing stuff now and again. Well,
just kidding.
Godzilla's
we have a Kong Godzilla battle
top
thing.
Billing.
Yeah.
But
jokingly.
Yet he's not top. He's the king of the monsters. I've also heard Mothra will return. I'm really excited about that prospect, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know how many people are following the rumor train for Godzilla other than me.
You love Godzilla, and so I give you crap until
May 3rd, we have the Fall Guy. We saw the trailer in the theater, and it looks like a fun action rom-com Looks interesting. I'll give it that.
Sure.
I'm not 100% sure if it's theater worthy for us. Theaters are expensive and crowded and not always the best place to see movies.
Usually your own living room, large screen TV, nice sound system.
Access to a restroom,
bathroom and a pause button. Yeah.
All right, May 24th, we have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
That movie just kind of came. I hadn't heard about it, and all of a sudden it was like there, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. They're doing another one of those.
We're also getting Furiosa, the Mad Max prequel.
I could say the same thing about that one. Like, oh, okay, sure.
I'm interested in it because of the other actors in it, because I think Chris Hemsworth is in it, and I don't know. I'm interested because of them, not because I'm actually caring about the story, because I thought Mad Max Fury Road I actually really liked, but I don't know if I needed a prequel to it. That's all I'll say.
No, I'm kind of there too. Fury Road was a fantastic movie. It's just one of those things where I'm like,
and I hate car chases, and that whole movie
I know, the whole movie is a car chase, yes.
June 28th, we have A Quiet Place, Day 1.
Okay.
I'm not sure what to do with this franchise. Why it had to be a franchise in the first place is the problem.
If you notice your list, they're all franchises or books or...
A lot of that.
None of it is... I mean, there's like 2 things on there that are original. And granted, that's not saying this is a comprehensive list of everything.
Agent Argyle and The Fall Guy?
Yeah. But I mean, in general, so many things are franchises or from a book or from that.
Everyone thinks they need a franchise.
Yeah, you very rarely just get totally original things anymore.
July 26th, we move into Deadpool 3. Yay.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones I'm looking forward to the
highly
most.
Anticipated. August 16th, Alien Romulus. We're getting another Alien movie. I'm behind on the Alien movies. I've never been a big Alien... I liked Prometheus. I thought it was really interesting, but...
Okay. I loved Aliens from 40 years ago almost.
August 30th, Kraven the Hunter, which I am definitely Kraven.
Jeez.
With a C.
The Sony non-Spider-Verse continues.
With only everybody.
Yeah, no Spider-Man. It's just his villains and.
If only everybody knew that a drop of lion's blood mixed with your blood
can make
you into the hunter.
Oh, jeez. You know we discussed it when we reviewed the trailer. You know somebody's thinking like, if I could only get my hands on some lion blood.
Maybe he was up to something with that tiger's blood. All right, September 6th, Beetlejuice 2.
Yep.
Not sure what I think of that either because, again, the original didn't need a sequel, but we're in the age of everything gets one. September 13th, Transformers 1.
What is that? I didn't even know that's a thing.
It was just on the list
really?
of the websites that I use to see movies.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the second half of the year, a lot of movies aren't announced yet for dates.
Are they running with the thing at the end of Beast Wars with the G.I. Joe crossover? Because I was not ready for that. I'll say that much.
I really like the part where Optimus was like, "I hate humans. Kill the humans."
Yes, it was great seeing the evolution of Optimus from human hater to
human lover.
Human lover, yes.
October 4th, Joker. Foy adieu. Because he needed a sequel that's a musical with Lady Gaga playing Harley Quinn, and
This could go all kinds of ways.
Because it's like they took the first movie, and we all knew it was Joker pretty much in name only. It was more of a social commentary, and it was great at that, but I don't think it was great as a Joker Batman movie.
Joaquin Phoenix, you have an amazing performance, as he does.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So I don't know if I need a sequel to something that wasn't a real superhero Batman villain, movie.
Yeah,
because I'm like, is this just another social commentary type thing, or are you gonna actually try to be a Joker movie this time? I don't know.
Interesting question.
I both am looking forward to it and am not looking forward to it.
Yeah, like I said, it could go a lot of ways, I think.
November 8th, Venom 3 tentatively placed
we got 3 Spider-Verse, non-Spider-Verse movies this year. Crazy.
Exciting. And November 27th, our annual holiday musical, for some reason, Wicked.
Oh.
Wicked did extremely well on Broadway. I mean, Idina Menzel was the Wicked Witch. She kind of where she got her like big. I mean, she's been great for a long time, but I think a lot of people knew her from that role, except you probably.
I was like, who?
Yeah. That's the list though.
All right, there was some interesting stuff. I don't know that it has any like huge headliners on there, really.
I mean, aside from like Dune and Deadpool.
No, but I mean just movies that are, just you figure are going to get a ton of buzz and hype and be huge. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
It's an interesting list. All right, well, that's going to be all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you're looking forward to in 2024. either Star Wars related or not. So leave those comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars or some entertainment in general. And until next time, thanks for watching.